In this next video, a man was in the process of renovating a house that had been left abandoned for over a decade. From the moment he stepped inside, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. He even thought he caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure out of the corner of his eye. At first, he brushed it off, as his imagination playing tricks on him. But when he returned alone to continue the work, it became clear that his instincts had been right all along.
Estoy aquí en la casa de remodelación. Acabo de rellenar, hicimos shower y esto. Desde hace rato vengo escuchando un llanto como de niño. Pero el pedo es de que aquí en la casa esta pues, no hay, están todos los cuartos vacíos. Y me da miedo ir al basement, pero deja checar, porque allá afuera no hay nada. Hola. A ver. No hay nada. Güey, no mames. No mames.
While working, he suddenly heard the distant cries of a baby coming from the basement. Knowing the house was supposed to be completely empty, he cautiously made his way downstairs to investigate. Though the basement appeared deserted, the eerie sounds continued. As he entered one of the rooms, a loud knock echoed through the walls, startling him. In that moment, fear took over, and he bolted for the exit. As he ran, something heavy crashed to the floor behind him, adding to the terror. Whether this was a genuine paranormal encounter or a clever hoax remains up for debate. But one thing is certain, venturing alone into long-abandoned buildings is never a good idea, especially when you have no clue what kind of dark history might be lurking within their walls. This next video was captured in Florida, where a group of friends and family decided to try their hands at the Ouija board one evening. However, during their session, they seemingly forgot to properly close the board, leaving a portal open for spirits to potentially enter their home. A few nights later, strange events begin to unfold, and the group sets up a camera to document whatever might be happening. What they capture on film is downright chilling. First, a door slams shut with a violent force, followed by what appears to be a black figure or shadow darting across the camera lens in the blink of an eye. Then, without any explanation, the camera shakes violently before falling off its perch on its own. In a second clip, something even more unsettling occurs. A transparent figure seems to zip across the frame, vanishing almost instantly. But perhaps the most disturbing aspect of all is the heavy breathing that can be heard throughout the footage. And it doesn't sound human. Given that the camera is stationary and doesn't capture the full scope of the surrounding area, it's hard to say if this is real or just an elaborate setup. But after hearing that eerie breathing and witnessing the strange occurrences, I'll leave the decision up to you. What do you think? In Massachusetts, there stands a long-abandoned asylum known as the Denver State Hospital. This once bustling institution became infamous for the horrific conditions its patients endured. Over time, a heavy focus on experimental and alternative treatments led to tragic consequences. Many patients lost their lives due to neglect and mistreatment. With the patient population steadily declining and severe budget cuts crippling the facility, its closure was inevitable. Eventually, the hospital was left to rot, its decaying halls becoming a grim reminder of its dark past. Years after its abandonment, a security guard was conducting a routine inspection of the hospital's basement when he inadvertently recorded something chilling. As he casually panned the camera around, an ominous dark room came into view. Within it, a black shadowy figure could be seen moving, gliding silently across the space, completely unnoticed by the guard at the time. It wasn't until reviewing the footage later that the blood drained from his face. Knowing the building was strictly off limits, with no way for anyone to enter, especially not the basement, the footage left him with a haunting question. Who or what was lurking down there? This next video comes from the YouTube channel 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽𝐽 and was recorded back in 2011. For several months, Henning had been tormented by strange and unexplained noises coming from his attic. Despite checking it out each time, he never managed to find anything unusual. Still, the disturbances continued. Loud bangs, shuffling sounds, and objects seemingly being moved around on their own. One evening, after hearing the familiar noises again, Henning quickly grabbed his camera and rushed to investigate. What he managed to capture that night was unsettling enough to send him fleeing in fear. Take a look.
Hallo? 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 Hallo?
Unfortunately, Henning never mustered the courage to actually go up into the attic, so the video leaves us with more questions than answers. To this day, it remains the only upload on his channel, with no follow-up or explanation. Was it a spirit, an intruder, or something else entirely? I'll leave that up to you. What do you think is really going on here? The next eerie video comes from a man named 𝐸𝐵𝐺, a night shift security guard working at a private facility located on an active excavation site. What started as a routine job soon took a disturbing turn. As strange incidents began to occur, his co-workers refused to work the night shifts, leaving Tim as the only guard brave enough to patrol the site after dark. One evening, while investigating a reported water leak that led him into an abandoned section of the facility, Tim encountered something truly chilling. Watch closely.
I was investigating a water leak and had tracked the source to a damaged AC system in this abandoned unit. The entity manifests near the end of the video.
While inspecting the area, Tim suddenly noticed a pair of feet standing motionless behind a closed door. His instincts kicked in, and he quickly reached for a nearby crowbar, preparing for the worst. With a deep breath, he kicked the door open, only to find the room completely empty. A few weeks later, something far more terrifying would reveal itself.
Hello? Shit. What the fuck? Whoa. Who's there? God. What the hell? Hey. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh.
Later that night, Tim was drawn to the storage area where several mannequins were kept. To his horror, the mannequins began to shift and jerk, as if being manipulated by an unseen force.
Hello? you.
As the night wore on, Tim experienced his most chilling encounter yet. While scanning the area, he caught sight of something disturbing. A pair of pale, bony hands gripping the edge of a doorway, and just above them, a dark grey face peering out. The face was grotesquely deformed, twisted in a way that seemed almost inhuman. Tim immediately searched the area, but once again, no one was there. He later explained that although the security cameras barely captured the figure, he could see it clearly with his own eyes. That's why he didn't switch on his flashlight until after the thing had vanished into the darkness. As fate would have it, Tim's contract at the facility was nearing its end. But on his very last shift, he would get one final, bone-chilling look at the entity. In the same area where the figure had been seen before, a pale, ghastly face slowly emerged from the shadows. Its sunken eyes locked onto Tim, sending a wave of fear through him and forcing him to retreat immediately. Luckily for Tim, this terrifying encounter happened on his final night at the facility, meaning he wouldn't have to patrol those dark halls again. However, some believe that whatever was haunting that place might not be confined to the facility's walls. There's always the unsettling possibility that it could follow him home. Was this excavation site hiding dark secrets buried beneath its surface? Or could it all be an elaborate hoax? That's for you to decide.